Hi anyone, I'm Luppi and we are playing some more Mario Minecraft. What were we even doing? Oh, were we going to fill up our inventory with stuff and then continue doing stuff? Is that the goal? I think so. I think we are going to mine. We don't have much of a pickaxe left, but hopefully it allows us to do stuff. We'll see. We'll start off and we'll start off strong and gradually lose our minds. Gradually lose our will. We'll get to that nether portal. How are you guys doing? Let's start with how our weekly whatevers went. Because this isn't a stream where you can talk to me, this is a video. And unless you leave a comment in the comment section, I won't know. I don't know, I'm always impressed by YouTubers who are really skillful about adding the old like, comment, subscribe. Here's my coffee, here's my Ko-fi or whatever it is. Link to Patreon, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, all the revenue sources. I'm always, and all the things that boost the algorithm, I'm always fascinated by how some creators are really good at the art of telling you all the boring stuff in a fun way, and people who just do it mechanically every dang time. They're a neat place, YouTube. It's a very neat place, yes. But we don't really have to think or care too much about it. This is just Mario Minecraft. I don't really expect anyone, especially when we're doing something like this, I don't really expect anyone to like and subscribe. So I mean, that's not good. But at the same time, is it really that bad? I mean, from a corporate perspective, yes. But from my perspective as a eclectic creator of weird gaming videos, I don't know. I suppose my interests fundamentally cannot be the same as the interests of a person making six figures or more by skimming and selling people's data, basically. Is that too mean? Is that too rough? In any case, what we're doing today is just gathering more netherrack and using the netherrack we gathered. Not very interesting, but it's also not too intensive, not too stressful. It's basically what we've been doing for a while. We've got a long ways to go. Oh hey. Look at that. Is this the one we already knew was here? Is this the one we've already connected to, or is this a new one? It's always hard to tell. So small, everything's so close together. But I am hearing some huffing and puffing. So that's neat. I kind of feel like I'm getting closer to the source of that. Interesting. Oh, and we do have some unfortunate nether bricking. Okay. No, we want it to go the other way. Thank you. And our unfortunate diamond pickaxe is going to, unfortunately, pass away soon. What a darn shame. We barely knew him. He was with us but a short time. Yeah, I asked you guys how your week was. You are going to tell me. Give me ideas for how I should give me ideas so I know how to live my life. I'm a 34-year-old man with no ability to live in the real world. I mean, that's a bit much. It's a bit rude, but it's also a little true. Oh. There's our burning buddies. I mean, like it's not exactly true when I say I have no ability to live a life, you know? I've gotten every job I've gotten with my own. Okay, that's funky. That's funky junk. I don't know if I like that. But I also don't know which way is the way back up. Now I do. Now I know. I've got my landmark. The field of blazing fire is kind of the right way. It's right way adjacent. Been eating a lot of, what are they called? They're not potato strings, are they? Maybe that's what they're called. Maybe it's potato strings, string potatoes. They're basically like a grosser, way more snackable form of chip, except they're a long strip of potato, or a little strip of potato. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're not popping out here after me. Well, we do not have a... We don't have a full inventory. That's sad. That's unfortunate. That's... Could have planned this out a little better, I suppose. We'll see if we have a pickaxe over here. And maybe we'll go back to the nether. And if we don't, then... we can always make another one, I suppose. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Just... Oh, there's actually a bunch of different things hanging out. I didn't notice that at first. I thought it was just, Okay, we could make a stone pickaxe. Or even a set of stone pickaxes if we need to. Okay. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do. I really like wasting all the diamond, though. Blah, 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 blah. Give me a crafting table. And then give me... There we go. And that should be good enough, I think. That should be more than adequate. Oh wow, it's already nighttime. Okay. I didn't think we were wasting that much time. How interesting. But we're going to the nether, so it doesn't really matter. Unless anything decides to attack me in the next 2 minutes before we get to the portal. That's always a thing that can happen. Oh, hey, a little guy died there. Okay. Fascinating. Hey, buddy. Wow, you're huge. I don't know if I should be saying that. That might be mean. It might be going too far for the poor little... This is fine. This is an acceptable pace, I suppose. We're just gonna be... Okay. I appreciate how the music changed. It took it a while to catch up to what it was supposed to be. Okay. Fascinating. Always appreciate that. Yeah, I had a pretty uneventful week I did have to shovel some snow. It was a joint effort. It was helping my dad shovel snow because apparently our tractor that we used to do the driveway was all broken or wouldn't start, something like that. So we needed people to do it this year, and that's okay. I'm young enough where it doesn't hurt. But a few days of that kind of does start to negatively hurt. Or not hurt, but you know, I start to feel it. Oh, you're right in front of me. Okay. A little unfortunate, but you know, not too bad. Oh, come on. Okay. There we go. Just gotta be a little smarter than the lava. Oh, man. I am not smarter than lava. Okay. Get out of here. As it destroys everything underneath. Okay. Well, let's keep digging in ways and hopefully not finding veins of lava. Not finding pockets of burning molten madness. We are finding a lot of it over here. I guess we're just gonna go down a little bit. Imagine if we found one of those spots where we dug out the ceiling and we fall through. At least it'll be into our own area though. So that'll be great. That'll be okay. I can handle that. I got to play Super Mario Brothers for the first time in a while, and that was very nice. Very nice. I appreciated that. I think the last time I played Super Mario Brothers, the original, was on the Game & Watch in like 2021. I want to say it's been a while. I played the Super Mario All-Stars version, and it was okay. I think, and this is just my feelings, and I could be wrong, but the inertia and momentum in that game is kind of funky, personally. Like, it takes you a little bit of, like, moving to get enough momentum to keep going, you know, to, like, jump long or, like, actually run fast. And I mean, that's kind of true to how real things are. It takes burning some energy to get going. But in a video game, you kind of expect a shorter window of going fast. Okay. That's not fun. I don't appreciate that. And wow, look at... Oh wow, okay. If only I had a... Actually, we might have stuff to make more pickaxes over in the area. You never know. I guess we could check. I appreciate how well lit this area is, though. That's kind of nice. I'd appreciate if you didn't kill me. I would also appreciate if you, like, drop something I could use. No, not me. I'm an innocent guy. We don't have sticks, but we do have stone. Okay. And back to the overworld we go. It's still nighttime. Beautiful. Although maybe the sun's rising, I don't remember which way everything works. I'm not here to know stuff, I'm just here to do stuff. Okay. Maybe the sun is going down. I don't... No, it'd be the sun rising. The sun's rising. I'm not dumb. The sun is rising. Probably. And then, doesn't really seem like something I want. That's funny. Okay. I wish I had more. Okay. And we got sticks, right? I didn't bring them all over there. I think I brought them all over there. Why would I do that? I guess because I figured they'd be more useful. Oh no, okay. Good. Alrighty, where's the wood? Give me the wood. Works for me, works for me. That's also good enough for me. Let's put the stuff back as the sun rises. That's beautiful. We know what happens. I guess we'll put that. Sticks are a valuable resource too, I suppose. And then we might as well enchant, right? What's the worst that can happen? Where'd my Luppis go? Efficiency 3? I don't want that. Well, we got him breaking. And that's just efficiency 2. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna leave that guy there. And we're just gonna struggle and deal with this guy, I suppose. Onward, back to our whatever. And hopefully we fill up our inventory. And get a lot of netherrack placed. And maybe even chop down some trees, that'd be nice. I hope I don't run out of energy because I started this video way too late. In my defense, I had things that I needed to do before it. Like, paying bills and uploading other videos. And playing Smash Bros. What the heck hit me? Oh, I see you. Yeah, are you suffering for your crimes against me? Good. I'm glad. Oh. Yeah, I got an arrow in my head. What? Not what we want to do? Oh, I no longer have the arrow in my head. I forgot how to change the... How come I only know how to change the camera? I only know how to change the camera when I'm getting attacked, when I'm, like, panicking. Huh. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. I'm burning. I was burning. We're no longer burning. A little less skillful than we're used to lately. But it's fine. It's okay. A little bit of fire damage never hurt anything permanently. Oh, we got a magma cube. Cute. You know, I love those magma cubes. Boop. Okay. Yeah, just completely dig up whatever we can. As long as it's netherrack, I don't care. Give me all that stone. Give me all the rocks. Give me all the hell world rocks. Yep, yep. Okay. And where's all the rest of them? Where's everything I didn't collect? Okay. Apparently there was a big old, what's the term nowadays? UAP? Conference on some news site or news channel, allegedly. I don't know, apparently the video wasn't very impressive. Okay, we see lava dripping. That's cool. You know, I'm always really interested in that. I'm always interested to see... come on. All I ask is that you die. It's not too hard to grasp. Still picking up netherracks, that's good. And here we are. Might be a good idea to kind of get out of where we were, because I feel like there was a lot of drippy drops, you know? And I really don't want to be... I don't want lava to pour on me. Now, if it was, like... I don't know, is there any beverage or pourable substance that you want poured on you? I can't say I'm interested in that idea at all. I'm gonna say I'm just not into it. Nope. I don't like the idea of being wet or sticky. To be fair though, like when I was a kid, I like to read books about like disasters and stuff. Oh no. What a disaster. And there was this one case where a molasses like factory had a catastrophic failure. And a giant wave of molasses swept through a city. And you'd think that's funny or that's silly or something. But people got trapped in it and drowned, unable to be freed from molasses. So it's always stuck with me. It's not like a haha funny story, it's really horrifying to think about. Like, what anybody who got trapped in the molasses had to endure until they expired. So yeah, that's a fun story. That's a fun thing to think about. Heading into no, not you. Go away. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy who deserves a break. Alright. And I mean, it's not quite full inventory because we did had to. We used a few of our netherrack blocks to. Used a few of our blocks to do a thing. But at this point, I think. I mean, if we're really gonna split hairs on 1 or 2 blocks, like, well, that's kind of on us. I'm not that kind of person. I'm fine with this. Let's get as much as we can done today, and then hopefully next week we don't have to do as much work. We can start doing something else. That's always my feelings. I want to do something else. That's the kind of man I am. Easily bored, easily tired, yet still committed enough to my unworkable ideas where I kind of want to see them through. Even if it is literally just the waste of my own life. But hey. We all get one life and we get to choose how we spend it. Is this truly a waste compared to people who... I don't know. I feel like saying anybody's wasting a life is kind of mean. It's kind of a horrible thing to say. And I mean, objectively, if there are ways to live a life that are better, there are ways to live a life that are worse. But I don't think I'm not really the person who should be the arbiter of who is or who is not living a fulfilling, fun, wholesome life, you know? And if you guys think you're able to be the arbiter of such things, that's cool, I guess. It's very telling of your perspective of yourself and others. I don't know. I know a lot of people who would also agree that they know what's best, and they don't. They don't. That's me. Making the exact same mistakes and choices they do too. Not fun growing up sometimes. Knowing that someday I'll be the 60 or 70-year-old man complaining about stuff that doesn't even matter. Voting for reasons that don't even make sense to people younger. And pining for a world that probably never even existed at all. But it exists in my mind, and I'm gonna hold it against all the younger people for however many years or decades I have left. Heck yeah. That's not even an American thing. That's just how the older generations have always been. There's Greek philosophers that have in their writings like, oh yeah, the kids don't know how to write. They don't know how to narrate stories. They just want to goof around and hang out and eat the new bad foods and talk. And it's like, yeah, it's all people want to do, period. What's wrong with you? Get some homies, Aristotle. I don't know. Get some homies, Aristotle. What the heck? I mean, true. Got a hair in on my nose, I think. I'm not really enjoying this potentially imaginary hair. I think I got it. I don't feel it anymore. I don't feel it anymore. That's great. I love having glasses that catch hairs randomly. I also really appreciate having long enough hair to get caught on my own glasses. Wow, you are aching for a break-in. Cool. I really appreciate that. Okay. And there's another one. Okay. I guess we're gonna play Hunter today. Prepare to die. Prepare to get croaked. Ribbit, ribbit, you weird skeleton turtle. But will we encounter pokies? That is the question. And the answer to that question is we don't have to if we just go back to the bed. If we just take a nap, that'd be fine. But where's the fun in that? Where is the fun in that? And then there's this YouTube channel that I really enjoy their videos because they're like simultaneously like kind of horrifying and then very funny and also kind of adorable. But I don't remember the channel's name. The videos though that I'm thinking of are called Golbo, Golbo, and The Prince. Of course, it might just be Prince. Like, you know, royalty, Prince. And they basically take the form of like a PSA about animals from an imaginary land that humans have reached or have access to. And like these animals make no sense, like on a biological level. And it's just interesting. It's interesting how much care and attention is placed on these imaginary animals. So yeah, I enjoy it. And if you are listening to me talk about it, you can check YouTube too. You know, just quit watching this video. Right now, go to the search bar and type in Golbo. And if you see like a 3 or 4 or 6 minute long video that's like animated and has a weird dog thing, you found the video. Watch Golbo. And then watch the one about the prince, and then watch the thing about like, what is it, like the many legs or whatever, or the stomp legs or whatever. Some sort of spidery thing that really likes the target ball. You know, the big red concrete balls that Target has in their parking lot. Yeah, it really likes those. It really makes it jam out. And that's my contribution to YouTube stuff you should watch instead of me. Or because I told you to do it, you can keep watching me and get more cool video and channel tips. I don't know. I don't know how to word. Opinions. There we go. You can get some cool channel opinions. I'm not gonna lie, I am still regretting this a lot. This is an excessive amount of work. I hear dogs. Hey, I see a guy. I feel like I have a hair on the other side of my nose now for some reason. Oh, and there's another little guy. Hey, little friend. How are you doing? On this fine. Well, they got me. This respawn? Or is that respawn? I think it's the gray. And yeah, we are going to do that. I knew that had a chance of happening. And I let it happen anyways. Yeah. Yeah, you missed me. Neener, idiot. Oh, I really shouldn't be insulting any character in this game because I literally get myself destroyed constantly. Like that guy. What was he doing? What did he think he was doing? We're up here. Yep. Simply beautiful. Did we accidentally... Nope, he's still up there. He avoided the nonsense. He avoided the blast. He knew it was up. Good dog. We lost all of our gosh darn levels. No. Why? I mean, we know why. I'm an incompetent goon. Stop. Okay. So we don't want the dirt or the stone anymore. We can get rid of that. Let's see, where should we put stuff? Doesn't really matter. Although, I guess we should... Well, we're thinking about it. We should grab the coal. And now we're going to turn this whole thing into a... Gosh darn it. Quit getting in my way. Please quit getting in my way. That's all I ask. It's not that hard to grasp. I hear you, dog. I don't know if I've got the will to keep doing this. And that's a Luppi fact. That is a Luppi... Gosh darn it. I keep falling backwards and then getting frustrated whilst I try to do stuff. Yeah, I've been really trying to clean up my YouTube watch later playlist. And I've managed to get it down to like 400 and something videos now. That's pretty cool. Someday I'm gonna... Like, it's dumb that I keep working so hard to like get rid of stuff. But like the biggest thing was just going through it a little bit before I start watching it and just taking out anything where like I'm no longer interested in it for one reason or another. Another big thing was just going through it and removing all the unavailable videos. Like just videos that got deleted or privated for one reason or another. Like, there was a bunch. At least 100 for me. So, that was cool, I guess. I found a website where I could just type in where I could copy the link and it would tell me what video it was. And then it couldn't figure out what two of them were. So it's like, that's neat. We got two videos that even the whatever doesn't know. So that's interesting. Wonder what's going on there. still know their identity, but you know what? That's life. We don't have to. It doesn't matter. They're no longer applicable. I'm no longer interested. But it is a little bothersome because it's like, yeah, but at some point you were at some point you wanted to watch them. You were interested at some point. And now you'll never know what they were. And it's like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't like the current meta of YouTube where if a video like gets demonetized or gets you too much hate, you just remove it and hope it all blows over. I don't know. It's a very corporate way to do things. And I'm not a person who gets... I try not to get worried about lost media, because, like, at a certain point, everything we do is going to be lost media. Humanity's not going to be around forever. And as much as we'd like to think otherwise, like, it's hubris to believe that anything we've done will outlast us too terribly long. Like, sure, there are things humans have made and done that will probably persist until the planet gets destroyed, maybe. But honestly, it's gonna be like not even 1% of the 1% of things that encounter that. And mostly it's gonna be like remnants of plastic, assuming we don't have animals or life forms in general that evolve to eat it. That's right. The biggest thing we've managed to do as a species is plastic. Pretty cool, huh? Almost worth it having all that stuff in your blood, and in your brain, and in all your organs. Forever. I don't know. I mean, it kind of sucks to read scientific stuff and always like get the doomer aspect of it, because there's a lot of cool, genuine, interesting research that's being done currently. You know, the James Webb Telescope is potentially redefining or allowing scientists a better frame of reference for thinking about the universe, which is cool, and getting some really cool photos. I say photos, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We're getting really cool images of space. That's always something to be a little excited for, I would say. And like, one of the considerations that the James Webb Telescope, like, images have kind of pointed scientists to is maybe the universe, or maybe the numbers we have for the universe based on, like, the Hubble observations could be wrong, which is neat. Because that kind of implies what I've seen. The two big theories right now are either the universe is older than we think it is, but the other observations are more or less true, like, you know, the universe is expanding, blah, blah, blah. The other way of looking at it is we haven't like adjusted our math, or we haven't incorporated into our math about the universe the fact that gravity affects space and time, because space and time are connected. So if you affect space, you affect time, and if you affect time, you affect space. Which is a weird way of thinking about it, because we don't perceive the world like that. We don't perceive the world where you mess around with space, you mess around with time. But it's like, it's kind of, yeah, like, that's the reason we grow old, is like they're connected, you know? And that's not really the reason we grow old. The reason we grow old is because, I don't know. Actually, don't know. Like, I mean, biologically, it's just because there's only so many cell divisions, the cells that exist on this planet, that create all the life we know, basically. There are some semi-living, almost living things that don't really work with cells, but you know, we don't count viruses in the tree of life. We don't count viruses and viroids and what are the new things? The obelisks or whatever? The things that they found in our... Did they find them in our genes or in our blood? I don't know. But there are these little, like, specks. These little miniature pillars that they find inside people. And they're basically in everyone. And they're fundamentally different from all the forms of life that we know on this planet. This is fascinating. Very cool stuff. Yeah, basically the universe is a little different than we expect it to be. And it kind of makes sense going back to the James Webb stuff and the nature of the universe. Like, if gravity affects time, then in spaces where there are no gravity, you're going to observe phenomena in a different way than you would in a space with gravity. So for us on Earth, we have to remember if our telescopes are on Earth, they're going to be observing with Earth bias. And that Earth bias is like, we literally have an atmosphere and gravity. The gravity is the big thing. But there's a lot of different factors you have to account for. Whereas, like, there are voids of space where there's no mass to exert gravity. Whether it's exerting gravity or creating gravity or allowing gravity to actually work against or work with things. I don't know, gravity is a fun thing to talk about, but I don't really properly understand it beyond, you know, it's when you have a lot of mass, that mass clumps together. Kinda neat. If you get enough mass, you know, it can start to break the rules of the universe. Pretty neat. And everybody says gravity is the weakest force of them all, but it's one of the few that we can observe directly, pretty easily, constantly. I don't know. I'm being a little snot there. Definitely being a little bit of a snot. But it's fine. I think it's okay to be snotty if you're not like calling out specific scientists or specific like fields of study. If we're just being a little bit of a brat against an idea or a theory, then I think that's okay. At least until people start calling out like the theory of gravity or evolution with their pretty poor... So I'm guessing what I'm seeing here is netherrack apparently counts as a natural block and Enderman can steal it, right? That's what I'm seeing. That's gonna drive me bonkers. That's gonna drive me bonkers. Okay. Still though, we're making progress. It's not super fast. But you know, we're making progress and that's good enough for me. Say until we reach these caves. Oh goodness. Once again, my poor heart breaks. My poor heart. Broken. So many flowers. Why do we need flowers? Okay. There we go. And then I always like thinking about the origin of humans too. It's wild to me that like anatomically correct humans have existed for about 300,000 years, potentially longer. But you don't really get proof for behaviorally modern humans up until like what, 60,000, 70,000, 100,000 years. So that's fascinating. Like, what were they doing? Just hooting and hollering and chasing after horses and antelopes and stuff? I don't know. And then there's a lot of weird factoids that we can draw from genetic evidence, though. Like how lice differentiated into two different species, or two different species started living on humans. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of the two. Because we stopped having hair and started wearing clothes, so that's very neat. That's very fascinating. And then all the random human species we had no idea about that we're finding because of genetic evidence. That's really cool, like the Denisovans. And I feel like there's a new group that may or may not be Denisovan related. I don't remember. I didn't really read anything about them yet. I just remember that's kind of a talking point, I feel. Like, I don't know, it's definitely really cool. And I feel like I've read an article where they're trying to argue that humans didn't start in Africa, that they started in Europe and moved into Africa. And I think that's based on genetic evidence, but I'm not sure. And I don't think that article or the paper that was claiming this was peer-reviewed or not. I don't remember. I don't think it was. Because it's definitely a topic that gets a lot of people pretty steamed. And I know, I was not raised, but when I was growing up, I was taught that the out of Africa theory of mankind's origin was pretty much it. You know, that it was pretty well established that human beings came from Africa. And with the onset, or not onset, with the growth of genetic testing, that's kind of been proven out too, or not exactly proven, but what we see with human genes and their diversity and what we would expect from the out of Africa hypothesis is kind of proven, or I keep saying proven, but it's basically we see a lot of genetic diversity in African populations. And that doesn't mean they're more evolved. It just means that these African populations with their larger amount of gene diversity have had a longer time in like a breeding population. That's really weird to talk about humans like that in a clinical way. We'd talk about like test subjects or animals. Maybe that just means we need to talk about our test subjects and animals with more respect. I don't know. Kind of gross. Yeah, one of my favorite talking points to bring up whenever somebody gets a little weird, or just in general, is like, if we were to divide humanity into 10 arbitrary races based on genetic differences, genetic diversity, 8 of these would be African. 1 of these would be indigenous Australian. Yeah, indigenous Australian's the term. Yep. When I was growing up, it was Aborigine, but that is a European term which has been used derogatory against that population and against other populations when it's not used specifically speaking about the ancestral people of Australia, who have a lot of really cool stories, and it literally have the oldest collective oral history that we know of. That's really fascinating. It's really cool. There are events that happened 50 to 30,000 years ago that are still being mentioned, and in their oral histories. And while it could be a fluke, like, it's really cool when things work out like that, when things that seemed like stories to us in the modern age, where we can't imagine, like, random giant animals or random events happening, when it's like, actually, it's very possible they did, or we have fossil evidence that things that they talked about actually existed. Super cool stuff. But yeah, back to the topic I was talking about. Eight of the races would be African. One would be indigenous Australian, and the other would be everybody else. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. A lot of what we call racism is literally just being afraid of other cultures. And a lot of that is, well, a lot of it's stoked by a lot of different forces for a lot of different reasons. I don't know. Like, in general, I would view racism as just another byproduct of we are a Stone Age ape living in a we're living in a post-information age. How stupid is that? When I was a kid, we called it the information age. We had the dawn of the internet, we had the promise of automation and robots allowing us to work less. And all that's managed to do is allow a handful of freaking weirdo nerds, pretend nerds, to take over the world and get us all hyped up on lying to each other constantly so that we don't notice that they're stealing from us and robbing us blind. Like, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Not just my future, it's your future too. And the odds are you're younger than me, maybe. Statistically, some of you have to be younger than me. Especially if you're watching me play Minecraft, like, I don't know. Are you really an older person? Are you a 40-year-old person watching me play Minecraft? That's cool. What kind of worlds do you build? What kind of things do you like to do in Minecraft? Or do you not play? Do you just like to watch younger people like geek out about this game? That's also pretty cool. There are a lot of games I've never played and have no desire to play that I've definitely watched multiple playthroughs from multiple different people. Mainly horror games. I'm not a big horror game kind of guy. I get stressed out. I mean, you've seen me play this game. I get stressed out. It doesn't take much to complete. Like, I've been playing this game for way too long, and I still don't remember the button presses half the time. It's one of those things with, like, breathing, where it's fine as long as you don't have to think about it, but the moment you have to think about it, it's wrong, you know? That's probably how I'd describe why I panic in Minecraft. Yeah, I like little dumb science facts that make people think, or should make people think. But yeah, I'm not really emotionally invested in anybody peddling the European or Asian origin of humanity. But at the same time, I'm interested to see what kind of evidence they have for it. And how would that change what we know or assume of our ancestors' histories? I think that's always cool. Because we do make a lot of assumptions. Like, there's a lot of things we can concretely say, but there's even more where we have to assume. And even more that we just don't know. Like, oh, that's the unfortunate thing. More than an afterlife, I really just wish there's like some sort of, I hope there's an internet or a database I can be plugged into when I die. Like, not by humans, just like that's just where your essence goes. If you have questions, if you need answers, you can have them answered. Because that's all I really want. I just want to know things. I want to know things we have no ability to know. Me, that'd be really cool. But that's me. Kind of being a sore loser about the whole we can't know everything. Like, I want to. I want to know everything I can. Heck, we can't know everything. How dare you? How dare you prescribe that future for me? I want to know so much. I want to know too much. I'm fine with that. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that's a fine thing we're doing here. Fine and hunky-dory. Absolutely perfect. That's not what I want. Oh, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. We'll accept it. We're just gonna have to accept it for what it is. Wow, way to eat up all my netherrack. It's fine, we got a bit more. We got a fair amount more, and we'll probably have to get even more. There's always more netherrack in the netherrack stand. Yeah, are there any cool academic ideas that really, like, make you think? Like, I've been talking about mine, but are there any that get you guys kind of thinking? Or is it not anything you guys care about? It's fair either way. Like I said, you only get one life, so you might as well fill your noggin up with whatever you want. Whether that's holy words, or skateboard tricks, or Pokemon. Beatles songs, or the prices of shoes that come out every year. Like, that's fine. Live your best life. Don't let other people judge you for what you are. Unless you like hurting people, and then, yeah, you should be judged. Unless the pain you inflict is consensual, and then I can't really. I mean, I'm still gonna be like, I'm judging you. Be better. But it's a little more okay as long as the pain you cause is consensual. I suppose that's better. I'll concede. I don't want to, but I will. It's fine. It is what it is. And look at that. We didn't manage to make this whole side a thing, but we did manage to at least get a little bit down there. And be really mad when it turns out that my proximity to this place at night is what's causing Endermen to grab and mix up my stuff. Who decided netherrack would be a natural block? Oh well. We'll just have to light it all on fire. Nintendo Wii U be dinged. Let it all burn. Even the CPUs. No, that's not good. And that's not okay. Okay, that's a bit well, maybe that's perfect. Maybe that's fine. Hard to tell. Hard to tell sometimes. Alright, let's use up what we've got, and then drop off all the items we've managed to collect, and then fill up our inventory with more netherrack. It's been an hour. Holy smokes. The time flies by. It really do be like that sometimes. Okay. Stop that. Okay. It's fine. What a strange place. What an unfortunate way to be. Hey, look at that. More coal. Maybe I should have brought the cobblestone with me. We got some, but we don't have much. So we'll have to make do. And then... although if we're being honest at this point, it might be better just to let this be some sort of dumb, creepy nether cave, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Looking like it's gonna be a little cramped. Not looking ideal here. Not looking ideal here, guys. It's oh well, we can gather some dirt. Fill this in, make it look nice. Pretend anything we do care matters. Yep. How interesting. Yeah, hopefully our little talk about science stuff kind of resonates with someone. Like, I always find science talks to be really cool. And sometimes it can be frustrating when people talk about scientific ideas in a way that mischaracterizes them. But I feel like most people, if they're thinking about stuff or are interested in learning about stuff, usually it's from a wholesome place. Like, what kind of weirdo just wants to read things to get upset about? And I know there's a lot of people like that. The internet pretty much runs on creating and turning people into those kinds of Absolute weirdos. Don't consume media that you hate. Consume media you love. Support creators that you agree with or that you find value in their works. I know that's kind of that can be seen as a controversial statement because we should see art devoid of any. We should be able to appreciate the art without the artist, right? But sometimes you can't. Sometimes the artist is impossible to separate from their work, and that's okay. For the vast majority of people, it's not going to change what they're going to do anyways. And for the minority of people that it does, like, cool. You have standards. That's awesome. I'm mad. Oh dear, he's gonna kill me. That's what I thought. I forgot I have garbage armor now. I can't take multiple blows from one foe. Hey, dude. I just want you to know, I don't have anything against you. I just hate what your people do to my structures. Where'd you slay me? Why are there so many of these guys over here? Better leave me alone. Where'd my sword go? What? I heard that. And I do have my sword now. Okay. Alrighty, that was definitely an event. That was definitely an event. And there we go. Skill. Okay. Let's deposit this stuff and then move on. No, we want that. We want to keep that. I actually had more netherrack somehow. Interesting. Okay. I'll take it. Come on. Cool. Man, if only my level didn't take such a hit. We were doing so well, we didn't die for so long, and then suddenly in this video we decided to croak twice. I suppose that's what happens when our armor is only a level 4, but quit doing this. I don't like it. Stop. And here I thought I was the one misplacing stuff. Nope, it's these guys. It's the Enderman. Ruining everything. And there's still one warping around. Also, I forgot to grab more netherrack. I don't know what I was expecting to do. I guess I was just thinking, yeah, we're just gonna get more from the nether. It's not like we already wasted time doing that. Spent time doing that. If it's mission accomplished, is it really wasting time doing a thing? I don't know. That is a great question, maybe. Let's eat something. And then move on to continue this horrible project. Someday we will not be done. But we will keep trying. We'll just keep doing our best. With a yikes and a oof and a yikes and an oof. Yikes. Oof. Oh man, why? Old man Luppi had a... I don't have a farm, I just have an endless amount of bad ideas. And an unhealthy willingness to actually see them through. Sometimes. Heck yeah. Okay. Let's just keep doing our best. I don't know where all this is gonna end. I don't know where it's gonna lead, but we're gonna have a fairly flammable, fairly disgusting looking pile of fire, so that's cool. If you're into that. If you're into it. And that thing we're doing could be cool. It's gonna take too long. We're definitely gonna spend the entire of the 70s for this video series just doing this, aren't we? We're in our volcano arc. I don't know what that means, but we're in it. I keep thinking I'm seeing things like fly in the distance whenever I like turn my head. But there's nothing flying. There's nothing unnatural going on here. It's just me being paranoid. Potentially needing new glasses. Yay, I love it when it breaks too. Yeah, the one thing that always gets me whenever I play a Wii game on the Wii U is just how many of them do need the pointer? How many of them need a little bit of pointing and waggling sometimes? I don't know. Kind of like the Wii U though, with the two screens. There's a surprising amount of games that need the touchscreen and are touchscreen only. Or, like, you know, actually need the touchscreen as a thing, as a game mechanic. Why can't everything just be played with the game, with the Pro controller? I spent extra money for it, so I should be able to use it on everything, right? With impunity. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. I had to do some forms and take some photos of stuff today too. That was a little less fun, a little less cool. Because the dumb thing is, like, I'm not really done with what I was doing until I get some more stuff later. So I'm gonna have to deal with it again later. At a time that's probably going to be inconvenient to me. But that's life. If I don't like it, I can always complain about it a lot more, I guess. I don't want to get rid of all this stuff. Kinda neat. I'm gonna miss all this weird mountain cave stuff. Unless we convert it into a proper nether cave, and unless we convert it into a proper, instead of a random, like, water area, a little wetland area, we can fill it in with lava. And it's starting to get night again. Okay. I know what that means. Yeah, we really need to make an outpost on the other side of this mountain. I think that would be a good idea. Even if we don't go for the full Luppi Rest outpost treatment, I feel like just having a building with a bed on the other side of this mountain would be a good idea. Come on. And hopefully we can use up all of that netherrack today. That would be, to me, that would be ideal, as we use it all up, and the next time we gather it up again, and the next time we use it up again. And hopefully after a few cycles of that, we actually get done. We are making something huge. And we have actually made a fair amount of progress on this whole dumb thing. Doesn't feel like it, but we have made progress. But at this point, I'm not even excited to see what it's gonna look like finished. I just want it to be done. That's how you get sometimes. Where even the results won't make it better. That's always a darn shame, but it happens. It happens. It happens. I feel like usually for me it happens when I'm playing Animal Crossing, and I've spent over a year playing it, and I still haven't gotten all the paintings. Like, what's going on here? Do I have to cheat? Do I have to... I mean, the real strategy is you have to play with other people and trade, because every village, every file, probably every character has paintings that are going to have a higher chance of popping up and a lower chance of popping up. So, you know, you could play for 4 years and probably not get all the paintings in Wild World or City Folk. And that's life. You're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. I don't want to, but that's life. At least New Leaf made it a little easier. A lot easier. They added a different kind of challenge to it, made it kind of a mini game of itself. And that's not a bad thing. Alrighty, let's keep placing rocks till we use up all our rocks, and then we'll quit placing rocks. Still think it would be really funny for the first Pikmin game I play on this channel to be Hey Pikmin. I can't get over the idea of how funny that would be. I mean, for the Pikmin enjoyers, it can only get better from there, right? Do we have any certified Pikmin enjoyers who are subscribed to me? Or is it, I haven't shown any loyalty to the Pikmin franchise, so nobody who loves Pikmin is going to subscribe or watch my videos until we've dedicated our hearts to the plant little dudes. I don't know. I feel like there's a few other games, though, that are kind of like that, where it's like, man, how funny would it be if the first game I played in the series was the one nobody talks about? Would be funny. And I also recently watched the video, what was it called? Like, why everybody hates Smash Bros. Ultimate? And while it did do a good job of, like, laying out the flaws in Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, it was fundamentally less everybody hates Smash Bros., the new Smash Bros., and it's more just the competitive scene and the opinions of the competitive people and the competitive fans who take competitive as gospel are garbage. But like that's always true, and that's why like every Smash Bros. Has that issue. It's the people who enjoy these games but don't really play them who ruin everything. And that's fine, that's how esports are. Who's gonna waste time playing games when you can't be the best, right? But if I can watch the best play, that's just as good as being the best. I don't know, it's kind of a gross logic, I feel. I play games to enjoy them. I'm not here I'm not playing Smash Bros. To play tournaments. And I think if you play games specifically to be an esports star, like, good for you. Definitely requires a lot of skill, a lot of dedication. But at the same time, like, what's wrong with you? Enjoy games. Enjoy games. I've played more Smash Bros. I played more Ultimate than I ever want to play for a Smash Bros. Game. I'm still learning new stuff about random characters. I'm still kind of enjoying it. Sometimes. Man, if I had $1 for every time I wanted to throw a controller through a wall or a TV or out a window, like, man, I'd have some extra money. And a lot of it would be Smash Ultimate's fault. Definitely. But that's just because I'm a bad player. And the things you can do with fighters is pretty miraculous. And I wish I had thought of a lot of this stuff. Because, you know what? The computers aren't that good at playing characters. Period. So seeing really cool stuff from them is always very neat. You always see a lot of cool stuff from anybody playing any character for an amount of time. Like, people do the weirdest things. But I think that's how Smash Bros. Has always been, and I'm glad that's still an element in Smash Bros. And will probably always be. Just that human element to just break certain kinds of characters. Fascinating. Do we have any people who hate Smash Bros. Ultimate? Or do they just hate how Nintendo treats Smash Online? Their online servers, you know, we're paying for them. I mean, I'm not anymore, but people are. And did any of you guys see the Switch 2 trailer? Teaser? Whatever we want to call it? I'm not hyped, but I am, like, intrigued. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Because I have a lot less skepticism. After having a Switch and enjoying it, I have a lot less skepticism over Nintendo's choices. Because when I first heard about the Switch, back when we were still calling out, what was the name? It was the NX, that's it. The Nintendo NX. Yeah, that was a cool summer. 2016. Oh boy. Man. Huh. Feels like we're just kind of. It feels like we're just kind of living the same things over and over again, doesn't it? Oh well. I guess everybody needs a sequel now and then. Hopefully, not everything gets a sequel. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll pre-order one or not. I haven't really been sold on the idea yet. And like, I'll get one at some point, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if I want to be an early adopter. And I say then, it's like, yeah, but if you you get an email from Best Buy or GameStop and you manage to get a pre-order in, like, that's it. You're gonna get it. And it's like, yeah. But still, I don't know. I'm not sold. At the same time, it's like, it's nice that it means another 7 or 8 years of the Nintendo Switch stuff continuing forward. Hooray. Who knows? Maybe they'll never move away from the Nintendo Switch. Maybe it'll just be Switches all the way down for the rest of my life. That would be, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that, actually. So I'm a person who really did love the N64, the GameCube, the NES. Never had a Super Nintendo, but you know. I like the idea of Super Nintendo games. I really did. Like, I had a player's guide. I had the player's guide for Super Mario World. It was called Mario Mania. It had a lot of like, it had interviews and art in it, and man, I love that. I love that book so much it fell apart. I'm pretty sure I still have chunks of it somewhere. But yeah, Super Nintendo games. I think it was just Mario World because it had Yoshi. As a kid, like, you love Yoshi. I loved Yoshi. My neighbor's brother used to say, "Blue Yoshi's my friend." But he said it like in a weird kid way where it was more like, how would he say it? It was more like, "Blue Yoshi's," not like that. "Blue Yoshi's my friend." Kind of like that. I don't know. It gets me thinking. And kind of smiling. I hope you all have had an experience like that with a video game character. Where you felt a camaraderie, a friendship, a lifelong obsession bloom within you. But not in a fanficky way, just in a, like, you know, you have a Yoshi keychain, maybe Yoshi slippers. You got a life-size stuffed Yoshi in your den. You know, perfectly acceptable normal stuff. Yep. Definitely. Nothing unacceptable here, Miyamoto. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We got no crimes were committed in the creation of this piece of art, right? Maybe that's what I should do. Make not taxidermied, but like fake mounted, fake stuffed video game characters. Is that something anybody would buy? Would you spend $8,000 on a life-size stuffed Donkey Kong? Well, it depends which one. Is it the original Donkey Kong or the rare Donkey Kong? And it's like, it doesn't matter. Now I don't want to do it. You were pedantic to me, and now I don't feel like helping you. I don't feel like doing anything for you other than being a jerk. I definitely do get those feelings a fair amount. Feelings of not wanting to help people. It's not like I'm a bad person. I'm not a good person by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not a bad person. I just don't like helping people. And I say this as somebody who does enjoy helping people. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how much more netherrack are we gonna have to place before we're done with this horrible mission we're on. Alright, can we get... Cannot. Well, we missed a spot, but that's fine. So it goes, I always say. So it goes. I'm gonna be honest, I ran out of steam. I have no brain power left. We have some time, and we do have a lot of netherrack, so we'll do our best. We'll do our best to do the work, so that next time we don't have to do more work. We can just do whatever we need to. And hopefully at some point I'll learn to actually not play this game at the last minute, not record this stuff at the last minute, and actually have topics prepared beforehand so I'm not struggling to think of things to talk about. Hopefully the things I talked about today were neat. Hopefully you watched those YouTube videos. Did you remember what YouTube videos I talked about? Tell me in the comments what videos I talked about. That's how I'll know. You better. I wish I could say, yeah, I know who you are. You 8 people who watch this, not the Animal Crossing, the Minecraft videos. Look at me, I'm a fake gamer dude. Talking about the wrong video game while I'm playing a video game. I'm not even playing this. I'm Luppi Musk. I hired Chinese people to play this. That's why we got such a high level of skill in every video. It's not even me. I don't even play the games. I just voice over very terribly. That's all I wanted to be, was a voice actor. Unfortunately, I have one voice. My own. So that dream died pretty much immediately. Nothing I've said is funny, but I'm finding humor in it anyways. That's the key. If you can't make somebody else laugh, you're probably doing stuff wrong. But if you can make yourself laugh constantly, you're probably also doing stuff wrong. If you're a person, you're doing it wrong. That's my philosophy. A philosophy born out of... Well, it's not love. Not at all. I don't know what I'd call it, but... it's born out of something. An inhumanity towards man, some would say. Okay. We're making it work. Just gonna say we're making it work out. But are we? Am I? Okay. Looks fine. Ah, there we go. See, we fixed it. We got the thing to do the thing. Now we just gotta find another thing and thing the thing until it things. We really did place a lot of blocks, though. Not terrible. Not what I would call ideal, but it is not... I mean, it is pretty terrible on all fronts. This is an abomination that we are doing here. We are doing an abomination. I will not be forgiven by the Minecraft gods at all. But why would I want to be? I'm free to do as I please. Like there are people... I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like, just like there are people free to talk about eggs on an alien forum at midnight. Well, that's a little too topical. I was there, you know, when they started talking about the eggs. I thought it was funny. Until the forum masters, the editors, the moderators started banning people. I saw the greatest minds of my generation driven stark, raving mad. Alone, naked, in the streets, unable to post about alien eggcraft. Unable to post about Peppa Pig. Man. That's a sentence that's kind of lived rent-free in my head for a while. But also it hasn't, because I've kind of forgotten the original context, and I'm pretty sure it was communist Peppa Pig, or Chinese Peppa Pig, or something more than just Peppa Pig. I think it was communist Peppa Pig, though. I don't know why a child would be communist. Especially Peppa Pig. But, you know, more power to her. May her why am I screwing this up? Revolution. Evoluba, blah 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 blah. Someday I'll learn how to talk. And it'll be a glorious day. Maybe you'll start watching the videos I post then too. Hooray. And you'll be like, I knew this guy before he could speak English. It used to be like watching a gummy worm fight with a rubber chicken. Wonderful stuff. Not funny, but you know, mind-provoking in the same way that was thought-provoking in the same way a piranha being unleashed in a middle school pool would be. That doesn't sound thought-provoking at all. No, it wasn't. He was objectively a dumb guy. I don't know why I'm so mean to myself. I should be nicer. I think it sets a bad example to always constantly be so negative towards oneself. But have you seen me? I kind of deserve it sometimes. Don't you agree? Can we not agree that sometimes Luppi Rest deserves a good old smack? A bop on the bean. Not even to forget. A bop on the bean, a boot to the head, a boot to the butt. A kick in the pants. Yeah, I think that's what most people need. A good old boot to the head, a kick in the pants. And if that doesn't fix what ails ya, we'll make a giant hand that'll squish you like an ant. It'll do that little, like, first finger, pointer finger, thumb squish. You know, the one where they kind of rub it? Yeah, we'll make a giant hand that can do that to people. And if that's not good enough to extinguish your love for this planet, or for your own people, then we'll make a room. A room where the floor is just salt. And we'll skin you alive. And we'll make you roll in the salt. Until you literally die of screaming. Not die screaming. No. That would be far too kind. You're going to die of screaming. Wait, how did I get talking about this? I was insulting myself and then... I don't know. That was a weird tangent. Those are two ways that I think would be kind of neat to destroy people. They're not really ways I'd like to see people destroyed. I'm generally fine with like catapults, you know. equally horrifying, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like once you start talking about destroying people, it's all horrifying. You're mentally committed to a horrible act. So whether we go for cartoonist levels of depravity or we're just fully indulging our, what is it, malice? Maliciousness? Our sheer indifference to the idea that everybody is their own person, experiencing their own perspective in life, and harming people is a violation of our obligation to allow people to continue experiencing their life. I don't know. When I say it like that, it kind of sounds like hippy dippy garbage. And it's not. Like, the value of a life is very valuable. Definitely. Like those old credit card commercials. You know, chocolate bar is 50 cents, but God, how long has it been since a chocolate bar was 50 cents? I feel like they were at least 75 the entire time I've been alive. I hope I didn't just date myself that way. Man, that was a billion years ago. Chocolate bars cost $5 now. A box of cereal costs 20. Man, when people say they miss paying $5 for a gallon of gas, jeez Louise. I don't know. I don't talk about the world I want to live in. I talk about the world that I think would be really funny if other people lived in. Yikes. Let no one say I don't have an... And I think that's the best part of all the malice I have towards humanity. A lot of it's just accidental. Potentially even incidental. It's just there. There's no rhyme or reason. I want to live in a world where people, or at least, even if they're not nice, they're at least capable of being a little fair to each other. I want everyone, like, I would personally like to have everybody have the big win-win. Ideally. That would be the best situation of all. Everybody gets the big win-win. Well, that's not gonna happen. So, you know, a world where nobody gets destroyed needlessly, I think that's a good runner-up. And if I can't have that, then yeah, I do want everybody destroyed. In horrible, horrible ways. My dearest wish is for everybody's kneecaps to shatter at the same time. Oh, what a world, what a world, what a world. They won't let me see everybody's kneecaps shatter at the same time. But Luppi, aren't you included in the everybody? Yes. Who wouldn't... Who... Okay, spooky noise. Who sets up the world's greatest show, but doesn't want to attend? Like, that would be something that's worth going to. Seeing just how many people can persevere when everybody's kneecaps are shattered at the same time. And if you're a baby and you don't have kneecaps yet, you're laughing. But, oh, hey, there's a guy. Where's the guy? Oh, I see him. I saw him. Yeah, you kind of scared me there. Now you dead. Any other guys? Any other dudes? Hanging out in the dark? Doesn't look like it. Cool, cool. Look at our giant trees. They're growing. Look at these bad boys. Bad boys and girls growing up. Heck yeah, it's not a proper reforestation, but you know, it's a start. Yeah, we're making We're making progress. May not be enough, but we're making progress. We're making some efforts. We're doing what we can. I'm going absolutely mad, but you know, that's okay too. Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find yourself or whatever. I don't believe that's actually a thing, but you know, we're just gonna keep saying it until we manifest it. We're gonna manifest our own self-healing with your spite, your negativity, your indifference to all the ways we can positively influence ourselves. And hopefully. Oh my goodness, we've been doing this forever. Oh my goodness. I don't want to even do it anymore. Look at all these chickens. We don't even have any chickens. I'm just saying dumb vines and TikToks. TikTok is gone. I never used it, so on one hand I don't feel bad. On the other hand, I did watch a lot of stolen TikToks on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know what those people who used to steal all the TikToks are gonna do now. What am I gonna watch when I'm not watching the people stealing the TikToks? What a world, what a world, what a world. Can a man enjoy all the people posting communist Peppa Pig? What have we come to? Where did we go? Why didn't we vote for Cotton Eye Joe? Because he wasn't running. Should have tricked people to write in Vermin Supreme again. His name is Vermin. Vermin Supreme. And if you want, you can vote for him. He stands by his pony pledge. Free ponies for all. We're gonna turn that pony poop into methane gas. Something. I don't know. If we ever got to see other universes, though, like other possibilities, it'd be really funny if the only one that achieved world peace was the one that actually voted for Vermin Supreme. I'm just saying. It's been a while since... Like, did he even run this year? I don't know. But he definitely deserves to be president. By sheer virtue of wearing a boot on his head. Unless it turns out he's secretly a horrible person, like everybody is. Everybody's terrible. Your favorite YouTuber? Probably terrible. Me? Probably terrible. Like, you know I'm terrible, because I don't even have a Patreon. I'm not begging you for money, so why am I doing this? Is it to disseminate my horrible ideas about communist Peppa Pig? I'm just gonna keep bringing that up. Oh my god. I'm tickled now by the idea of a communist Peppa Pig. You see, it was the Soviets calling us Americans the pig dogs, but in fact, it was the communists who were the swine. Or at least one swine was a communist. Or so the legends go. I fell down a hole. How unfortunate. Bum. And we gotta grab more netherrack too. Someday we won't have to see that, the sign for the outpost anymore. Someday we'll be done and we'll move on. Not today, but someday. Okay. There we go. I always appreciate my multiple ways up and out. Beautiful thing. It's not quite a full inventory, but you know, it's still enough to leave its mark on this land as we... Oh man, we've played so much netherrack. Netherrack? Netherrack? Netherrack. I think it's netherrack. I think there's 2 R's. I don't remember. Is it 2 R's or 1? Interesting. I don't know. I'm full of self-doubt, and also I need to sneeze. I don't know if I'm going to sneeze, but I feel uncomfortable like I'm going to. I felt really weird before I was when I was like before I was dishing up for dinner. I was washing my hands before I was getting my food. And I felt very weird. It was like a head weird. Like I was being pulled out of my body. But it wasn't like a losing consciousness thing or a whatever the word for when you stand up too much and you're kind of like lightheaded. It wasn't like that. It was very, very weird. And I don't know what caused that. Because I was just, you know, washing my hands and then all of a sudden, then bang boom. I feel different. Not in a good way. Hopefully that's not an omen or anything, because that would suck. I don't need anything else going wrong at all this early in the year. Why can't life just leave me alone? I didn't sign myself up for this. Why is it always gotta come at me? Probably because I keep saying horrible things like, yeah, I'd like to see a giant handmaid. And then I'd like to see people squished in it, like giant ants. Well, you know, if you just skin someone alive and then force them to roll in salt, they might die of screaming. Jeez Louise, what's wrong with me? I don't know. But the brain scan said there's nothing wrong with my brain, so that's out. One of the perks of epilepsy. You kind of know what's going on with your brain a little bit. Or at least in very specific circumstances like those found when you're like attached to machinery. I can read your brain. One thing I learned is that I really, really enjoy being in the situations where your brain can be scanned. Apparently I find having electrodes attached to my skull or being in a giant humming tube very relaxing. And I invalidate those tests by falling asleep instantly. That's the kind of bed I want. I want to repurpose medical equipment so I can sleep in it. I should buy one of those like medical massage electrode things and just attach it to my head. Not even like have it on, like leave the battery off, just like stick on the electrodes to my head to get that good medical ruining medical stuff vibe going so I can sleep better. destroying insomnia with the sheer fact that I'm a very malicious person, and I sleep better knowing I'm ruining stuff for other people. It's not true. I'm actually a highly anxious person who gets way too anxious and stresses out and can't sleep because I may have offended someone or I may have done something wrong. I'm both of those people. I'm both very malicious, unintentionally, on the inside. Like if I were a donut, my filling wouldn't be sweet. It would be garbage. It would be malicious garbage. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. There, at a certain point, you just realize, yeah, the person burning the bridges is me. I'm a bridge burner. Who needs friends when you can burn a bridge? That's not a healthy attitude. Have a better attitude than I do. Definitely. Cultivate a better frame of mind for yourself, kids. Cultivate a healthier frame of perspective. And if you can't, if you don't, that's fine too. Just don't come crying to me. I don't want to hear it. Wow. We actually did get a lot of work done all the way around. That's cool. So I guess we'll run around again and then we'll... I hear it. I see you. I didn't make that. I didn't make this tunnel for you. You freak. Yeah, level me up. Feed me, Seymour. Mountain mine. Only they knew. If only we knew how wrong that would be. Now, if we had typed volcano mine, we would have been very wrong then, but we would have been like 40, 20, like foresight right there. I don't think that's how it works, but you know, we'll pretend it does. Cool beans. And as long as we keep placing netherrack, it'll be fine eventually. It'll be over eventually. That's what I keep telling myself. I keep telling myself it has to end at some point. Just another block. Another block here, another block there. Everywhere a block. Old McLuppi. At a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Heck yeah. And at some point, we'll also remember to take this more seriously. Give ourselves ample time to record. Be well rested. Have stuff on our mind because we live a nice full life. We do stuff outside of here that doesn't make us angry. Hopefully everybody's like that. Hopefully everybody's doing stuff that doesn't make them upset constantly. Feel like that's the dream. We made it back up here. We actually did make a lot of progress, I would say, today. We got a lot more we need to do. But we didn't make a lot of progress. Even if it doesn't feel like it all the time. Next time, we might actually just... I think next time what we'll do is we will focus on getting rid of all the trees and getting ourselves equipped for the next rung of mining and placing, because I feel like we might be able to knock this out not next time, but whenever we place again. And if not the next time, then we've only got 1 or 2 cycles left of gathering material, I would say. I would hope. We've done so much work here already. It's tiresome. Tiresome. Tired son. Tired daughter. Tired gators cannot slaughter. Tired moon. Still orbits Earth. Tired baker. I don't accept rhyme for that. Sorry. Tired moon still orbits Earth. Tired sun. Burns through its girth. Tired tree. Continues to stand. Tired light Yagami. Exactly as planned. Does anybody still know what Death Note is, or is that just another, like, thing millennials got obsessed with? I was into Death Note before it was cool. So, like, seeing it pop up in, like, all the random anime and, like, manga stores and figure stores and stuff was pretty wild to me. I think that was the first time a series I read, like, scanlations of, like, blew up. That was kind of cool. I don't know. I didn't really have any friends I could talk about it when I was reading it, so I don't know. My opinions are my own. I say that, but it's like, yeah, but you agree with a lot of what people say about it now, that it should have ended when spoilers happen, and it's like, yeah, but like I was saying that like over 10 years ago, so shut up, you. How dare a random internet person agree with me when random internet person does not give my ideas the respect they deserve. Well, they're not your ideas, and it's like, the heck they aren't. I claim ownership over the idea now. Yeah, I know. I'd love to see a continuation of a lot of series, not just Death Note. I feel like I would enjoy like a one-shot anthology volume that's just a bunch of like random Death Note chapters. Kind of like the 2 one-shots that they do have, the one before the series was serialized and the one after. If they just had a whole volume or 2 of those kinds of stories of just random Shinigami dropping death notes and then humans misusing them. Like, I could read a whole volume of that, I think. And I'm still really sad that Black Cat never got a sequel starring Eve. Tragic. But hey, at least its author is still doing stuff. And he's still doing stuff that isn't like... I don't know. It's fine. Gotta let people continue to do what they can to live their dreams. Yep. We're all working towards our dreams. If you're not working to your dreams, what are you working towards? Like they always say, you either get busy living or you get busy dying. ready to get dead. I just want to be alive for a bit longer. Who knows, maybe that opinion will change. Like, I remember Chrono Trigger was, I think, the first piece of media that, like, caused me to have existential feelings. Like, just the Day of Lavos is pretty intense when you think about it. But also, like, the ruined future was pretty messed up. A world, like, humans living in a world that's completely destroyed with no hope. Being able to be satiated, not satiated, but, like, able to still live even though there's no animals to eat, no plants to eat. Because of machines that just, like, won't let them die, but also won't let you, like, feel satiated, so you still feel thirsty and hungry. Like, that's pretty awful. And, like, did that future cease to exist once the heroes did their thing? Or does it continue to exist and is beyond help? I don't remember. I've never beaten or played the game, so I don't know. I had a friend as a kid who played it. He had a Super Nintendo and I didn't, okay? I knew a few people with Super Nintendos, okay? I want a Super Nintendo, but I don't know if I'd enjoy playing it. It's just not a controller I jive with. Not a control scheme I understand. I won't be judged for my NES, for my preferring the NES or the Nintendo 64. How do we do that? That is a great question, and I have no answers. Yeah, I do have the NES Mini, though. Or, not the NES Mini. Of course I have the NES Mini. But I have the Super Nintendo Mini, too. So there's part it's like, we should play that at some point. We should spend a few dozen hours playing that. Or just play every game really badly so we can knock it out in, like, an hour or two. Super Nintendo Classic. Showcase. Playing all the games in less than 10 minutes. Playing every game until we get a game over. Can we do it in less than an hour? Maybe. Yeah, I like games. I like the weird things people come up with. Like, I don't know. It's just fascinating to me how, like, all these ideas just come from people. All these things we do and make and take for granted are just things we make. Things that only exist because somebody dreamed them up and made them reality. Fascinating stuff. Like, I truly do love humanity. And I think it's from that love that, like, all the malice comes from. Because a lot of people just don't live up to their potential, and that's fine. We only get one life. We dictate the terms of how we do stuff. We're usually not totally free in that regard. Like, there's always other factors. And even when there's not other factors, like, a lot of us nobody's immune to propaganda. We're all indoctrinated by the systems we live in. That is a fact. You are not immune, even if you think you are. It's an unfortunate thing. But it's kind of just how it is. Even the smartest, most well-informed people are capable to be brainwormed by propaganda. And controlled and dictated to by the misinformation and lies of hostile powers. We're really zooming along here, I'd say. But yeah, we're really gonna have to get rid of all the trees. They're starting to get in the way. It's unfortunate. But I don't know where we're gonna use up all these blocks next. I know we do gotta get rid of the trees. And there's parts like, yeah, but there's a few caves you can, there's a few areas still that are pretty easy to access and mess around with. Heck, if you don't even want to go too far, you can just fill in some of this. It's scratching my, like under my lip with my teeth. Feels a little better. A little less itchy. I don't know why my face gets so itchy while I'm playing this game recently. Like some of it's just hair gets caught in the glasses and then tickles my nose. I get that. I don't like it. One thing I don't like recently, and by recently I mean like in the last 2 or 3 years, I've had this issue where like an eyelash will fall out and get in my eye. And that hurts that hurts so much. It's an unfortunate kind of pain. And I don't know why it happens. I don't know what's causing my eyelashes finally to decide to attack my eyes or fall into my eyes. That's not really where they're supposed to be. As far as I know, there's no doctrine on eyelashes falling into your eye get a different reward in life for fulfilling their purpose. That's not what they're there for. They're there to keep dust out of my eyes. They're not there to get in my eyes themselves. But yeah, it keeps happening, and that's really obnoxious. It's obnoxious at best and incredibly painful at worst. Yeah, it's just the thing I have to deal with apparently now. And I really wish I wouldn't have to. Really wish I wouldn't have to. Okay, so there is a cave over here, right? Am I dumb? Did I walk by it? There we go. Oh yeah, there's a guy. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna help me out too much. Doing this, but you know, it's something. I'm getting a little paranoid. I feel like a pokey's gonna poke around and find out. I can't calm down. I can't be here in the dark. It's fine. It's okay. There's still tons of other places where we can relieve ourselves of these accursed stones. We'll get through it. We'll take our look over everything we've done and then call it a day. And then I'll see you next week, where we will be committing large-scale deforestry and potentially arson. And then it's back to the daily grind. As unfortunate that is. If I could have saved you guys from it a little bit longer, I would. But nothing good ever comes from postponing what we need to do. Yep. Neat. Oh, fascinating. Cool. We still got so much of this stuff. Oh my. At least it's slowly filling up. It's slowly filling in. Stop. There we go. And it's looks like it's getting darker. Really wish we would have been able to use up all the stone by now. But that's fine. That's okay. We'll keep running through it. Keep doing what we can. Really wish I wouldn't... There we go. And that's all of it. So once we use up what we've got, that's it. We did it. What a way to be. What a dumb day we did. Don't know what I want to say. I'm tired. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to take a bath. I'm ready to do something different. That's me. Ready for a new way to be. Neat. Okay. We're slowly getting there. Not quite as fast as I would like, but you know, we're getting there somehow, some way. Really wish I don't know what I wish for anymore. Maybe this is why people don't get wishes. They just wouldn't make good ones. To be fair, I would also wish for world peace for mankind if I ever got the chance. Either that or the kneecap thing. Kinda depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And maybe even what the wish granter's like. If it's like just an object with no will, then it would be really easy to say, yeah, world peace for mankind. You're not judging me. But if it's gonna be like some rude genie, maybe I just try to go for the horrible wish just for the street cred. Be the guy who wished for everyone's kneecaps to shatter at the same time. And I know they always say you shouldn't bow to peer pressure or whatever, but I mean, what peers? What peers do I have as the man who wished for everyone's kneecaps to shatter? I am peerless. I am alone in human history. No one else compares. I didn't do it for the infamy. I did it for the show. I did it for the spectacle. I was in it just to watch the world crumble and fall before my horrible, deplorable brain. With mere words, the world crumbled apart. It was entirely my fault. That's why I did it. Because I could no longer stand the idea of a world where, at least for a brief moment, we made a lot of value for the shareholders. I hope your shares were worth it. As your kneecaps shatter, as your legs buckle, as you lose consciousness, and the world is torn from the hands of humanity. That is becoming quite Quite the story. I feel like you could write a book about that. Maybe not start a religion, but definitely you could write a book. If you want. I don't know, I'm kinda tuckered out. That rant about reclaiming the world from all of humanity, it kinda took me out of it. But you know, it's not entirely a bad thing, is it? I mean, it's definitely a horrible thing. A lot of people suffer. But people get really weird when you point out, like, yeah, but a lot of people suffer with the way the world is now. And I know you, person, who I'm making up right now for this conversation, but and I know you support people suffering as a policy. You like that. Well, I don't like it when it's me. It's like, yeah, nobody does. But if everybody thought like that, we wouldn't have horrible government policies and wouldn't have terrible governments that destroy people. Well, I want people to be a little bit destroyed, but I don't want to suffer the destruction myself. And it's like, well, you don't get that. I wished for everyone's kneecaps to shatter. And for those of you realizing that it might not be a literal kneecap shattering, that I'm just using this as a illustration of wide sweeping malice that you can find in society in general. Maybe. I'm not that smart. I wouldn't give myself that much credit, you know? Creating a metaphor? Like, what is that? That's pretty literary, don't you think? It's not literal, it's literary. Yeah. Then what's the being skinned alive in the room of salt thing about? And it's like, oh, that's just a really horrible idea I once heard someone say, and it's been stuck in my craw ever since. And it's like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to ever see it. I don't want to do it to someone. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be it. But it's stuck in my craw. And if it's stuck in my craw, it's got to be stuck in somebody else's too. If you are a person who finds the things I say enthralling, and they also get stuck in your craw, cool. That's what I'm doing. Trying to make my brain worms... what's the word I'm looking for? Contagious? There we go. I want to make my brain worms contagious. Golf clap. If you think too hard about the horrible things I say, you're just gonna end up worse than I am. Cause I've already proved I can endure and survive with the brainworms I've got. You may not be so lucky, dear friend. We've made a lot of progress, actually. You know, I was saying I regret this, but actually, I'm kind of pleased as punts. We do have to get rid of a lot of trees, though. Yeah, we got a few in here. We definitely got a bunch over there. Probably a few up in here. We got a bunch on that part of the mountain. And then we still got a few over there. But yeah, we made a lot of progress today. I'm gonna eat something before we close off. And we spent way more time than I would have liked playing this game. Way more time than I would have liked. But I think we kept a decent amount of energy. We may have kept going back to the same jokes, like the gratuitous torture and the communist Peppa Pig thing, but still, I think the communist Peppa Pig thing is funny. I think it's funny. It may not be topical. It may not be important, but I think it's funny. So we will see next time we will chop down trees. Yep. We will be chopping them down. We will be burning them up. We will be getting rid of them by any means necessary. And then the next time we will be gathering more netherrack. And then the time after that, we'll be hopefully finishing up this gosh darn project. That would make me a very happy boy. So I'll see you guys. That's the plan. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we stick to it. Thank you for watching once again. Thank you for enduring my horrible talks. And if you remember, watch those YouTube videos. And don't think about horrible ways you would like to destroy people. It's not productive. It's not good. It's a path you don't deserve to walk down. Think of all the ways you could help people. Like you could start a non-profit to throw water balloons full of paint at people who say horrible things about people. It'd be like PETA, but for bigots. Why isn't that a thing, actually? I suppose it's because we, as a society, as a people, would rather argue about what is or what isn't bigotry, and what is and what isn't bad about bigotry, you know? Why can't I say that people with two elbows, isn't that everyone? Isn't that basically everyone? 99%, 98%. Actually, what are the statistics about, like, one-armed people? How much of the population has only one arm? I know I'm going off on another tangent, and we are so close to closing off. But, yeah. What percentage of the people only have one arm or one leg? And is there any percentage of the people that have more than two arms or two legs? That's some good statistics right there. That's some good reading, probably, if there's any literature on that stuff. I don't know. I legitimately do not know. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm probably going to fill my week with reading dumb stuff about statistically unlikely humans, probably. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.